Hello, my name is Alex and thanks for purchasing this project. Today I'm going to show you how to customize it. So let's begin. We are inside After Effects, and as you can see, we got this preview composition. What this composition is basically how the text and how the video is set up that you see in the preview. So I will walk you through the process how I set it up. So let's begin. Let's begin with opening. We got this folder here, opening. In the opening we got several text layers, this live, your city that will appear here, this place for video footage, but let's begin. Switch to quarter resolution so you can work faster. So let's begin. Open this folder here, and you've got this subfolder here, edit. What you've got is your text. Open it up. You've got this few text, compositions. So let's begin with your city. Just double click on the text layer because we have animation here, so you don't need to delete this layer. Just double click and change the text. Again, with the live you can change the text, just keeping in mind that it's better to be positioned on this block here. So this is the third one, pack shot news. What we have here is these 4 lines, your local news at 10 p.m. in high definition. Again, we got some effects and animations up on to this text layer, so don't delete this, just double click and change. If you don't need, for instance, your local, just switch this eyeball off or high definition as well, and you got this new look which will fit your desires. So to edit your video, just first import it. Click on file, import file. I'll import this photograph, footage opening. Double click on it. You got this blank footage here, just delete it and drag and drop your own photo. Hit S to review the scale properties and decrease them so it fit better to the composition. And as you can see, in this main composition, everything is set it up. We got our footage, we got our text, we got everything done. But also we have these design elements. Open it up, and what we have here is at the beginning, let's first open it and just drag and drop your photo here as well. Hit S again, decrease the scale, copy, Ctrl C or Command C, paste and paste. I'll paste this very same photo on in the 3 compositions, just to show you that this is design element and it's not really necessary to do anything. But as you can see here, now we can see these photos. Actually we can't see them very well, and that's why they are design elements, so it's not that important to put it there or to change it, but still it's an option for you. Also, design elements are the scrolling text at this one, which says news at 10, and this, which is the website. These elements are used several times in the package, so it's important to change them. For instance, this URL, let's type www.yourname.com, and let's highlight your name and make it bold. And once we've done that, just copy, Ctrl C, make some room, space, paste and paste again. Please pay attention not to paste it too much time, so it's important your text to cover the whole area but not to go beyond. So in this case, what we can do is decrease the space lettering, and again copy and paste it one more time, so we can now cover more space. Again increase the space lettering, and as you can see we cover the whole space, but we don't have overlapping text or text that is going beyond the space. This is very important because your animation won't look good. The same thing is with this text layer. Just type your text. Let's add some spacing and copy it. Paste, 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 and we can add at the beginning as well. So it covers the whole area and it's done. This text actually can be seen in this area here. No, sorry. Here and here, and as I said, in several other places around the whole package. So we are done with this design elements. So let's go inside main composition. Double click on it. What we have here is this animation. This animation is done inside After Effects, and it's separated into few scenes, 3 scenes. So go inside scene 1, double click on it, and as you can see, this is 100% After Effects, but it's still pre-rendered because it's really heavy to render each time. So I did it for you. It renders on my PC for 20 minutes. So if you want to do any changes to this, for example, you want to change these text layers, although they're very hard to read, but impossible to read, but there are some kind of design elements. So if you need to do some changes, you can switch this eyeball off of the pre-rendered and switch these layers on. And as you can see, it renders a little bit slow. It's your animation, it's the same thing, but this time it's created from layers. So if you go to custom view, you see that you can change the camera around, you can do basically different changes on this composition here. So you customize your opening, but if you plan to use it the way it is, switch this eyeball off, or actually don't do anything because it was this at the beginning. So we got this animation, and that's it. If you want to change these layers, these text layers that appears here, just type here in the search menu, type lipsum, and you've got all the text elements that is used in the package. You can change the text, but I don't see the point. Here you can right click on this menu, columns, comments, and column label if they doesn't appear already, and right here you can see some comments that I left for you, so it will be easier for you to be some guides and tips. However, let's close this window. Let's close all of the windows and go back to the preview. As we can see, we're done with the opening sequence. So next we have headline news. Headline news is on Air Graphics headline news. As you can see, this headline news, let's go inside it. Got these two text layers, but if we review all the layers, you see that this design element loops. What it is basically this animation looping over and over again. As you can see, it's 100% After Effects, but as the previous case, I did it a pre-render for you. Double click to go into that composition, as you can see, there is a video on top of all of the layers, and that's because this particular composition used almost all of the design on Air Graphics, so it's really important this to be pre-rendered before you continue your work. It's already done, but if you plan some changes, you can switch this eyeball off, and as you can see, the computer is start calculating, and you can do some camera animation changes, create, for instance, hit U to review the keyframes of the camera, and you may want to edit the camera, and done. It's 100% After Effects. But if you don't want to do anything different than the project as it is, just hit on this solo button or remove all of the eyeballs for the rest of the layers, and you've got this composition pre-rendered. So let's begin. Go to headline news, drag and drop your video on the bottom. It's very important to be on the bottom. Let's import actual video, not photo. Import this clip and drag it on the bottom, delete the photo, and what we have here is our layer width. As you can see here, we have this your arrow, your website, so it's moving around, but as a design element it's not that important. The important thing here is these two text layers and the video. The video is done, so the text layers, double click to change it. I'll set it up this text animation. Let's show this just to see the text animation. As you can see, it's appearing. Let's see how this animation is done. Create a new composition, right click, new text. Let's type your text, increase it so you can see it better. What we have here is this text has a mask which starts from the very bottom, and we got text, animate, position at 15 frames. Let's say that we want this position, and at frame 0 we want this position to be down. So what we have is this text appearing. Simple as that. All of the text layers in this package are set up in this way. Some of them are, let's delete the very first keyframe, are appearing in this way. So in these cases it's going to be important to have your mask somewhere here. So that's it. It's not that fancy, but it's a good way to animate text. So in this case, if we type tonight top story, if we type too much text which is not on screen, you see that some of the text is disappearing. That's because the mask isn't set up for this text. Hit M and you can change the mask cover so we can see it better. Let's use blue one. So double click and make more space for the text. As you can see, the text is already appearing, so we should hit U to review the position, the keyframes. Go to very first keyframe, this one, and make sure that at very first keyframe the text is off the screen, and on the second keyframe the text is on the screen. As well, the same is for the bottom text. It's appearing now fine. We can do a little quick run preview. So the text is set up perfectly. I won't stop on this text animation anymore. If you got any questions, feel free to ask me through my profile page, but Let's move on with info screen, which is the next part. Actually, in the next part of the preview is the lower third, so let's go to lower third. We got this composition here, lower third text. This is for preview purposes. Basically all the lower thirds are these compositions and this one. So let's create new composition instead of using this original one, and just drag and drop your lower thirds. What we got here in this first lower third is we got breaking news, places for text, as you can see here, and this is another one example, but doesn't matter. We could use the very same technique like this one I show you. Copy this text layer and paste it here. Move it. Make sure you lower the text size. And hit U to review the keyframes. Make sure the lower third is appeared, and then so move it like this. Adjust the mask, and bam, you got your text set it up. Let's go inside this lower third. What we have here is this design element, then scrolling text website, which is also design element. No need to change here unless you don't want to see the website. And we got scrolling headlines. You can switch off and on some of the elements of this lower third to fit your desires. So in this case it might look good. You got also clock, but I'm going to show you how to set it up in a minute. So first let's edit the scrolling headlines. Double click on this, and what we have here is the headlines text here, which is set it up at the very same, let's solve it at the very same way that the rest of the text is set it up. So it's not necessary to be headlines, you can be news, let's say latest news. As you can see, the mask doesn't fit in this case. Let's make news instead of bold, regular. Decrease the size. So we got latest news, and in this text layer we can type latest news that are just in. Add some more text and just type, and hit P to review the position properties. As you can see, it's moving from right to left, but it's important not to delete this layer because it's set it up to use only this text area, the white area, to be seen. So if your text is too big, for instance, let's make it real huge, you notice that it's only appearing in this white area. If your text is longer, you can change the keyframe position so it will move slowly. Doesn't matter, but as I said, this is optional, you can switch it off. You got this clock and logo. I'm gonna show you how to set it up just in a minute. Let's move on with the next layers, lower thirds. We got this animation, you can set it up your text. In this case I did it. We got name and from where it's reporting. Again, we have this scrolling forex. It's the very same thing like the headlines. It's type news, for instance, and here you change your stock information, and it's moving from right to left. Hit U, change the position properties, move the keyframes, do whatever you want. Also, it's good. What is good about these lower thirds is that they use they can be pre-rendered. So if you delete this layer, we can pre-render this animation, and it has transparency. What that means is that if you drop your video below, you're done, and you can pre-render this video element without text and then use it in your editing software. So let's show you how to edit the clock. Go to edit. We got breaking news title. You can change it the very same way. We got live, which is placed over here on top of that screen. Let's just drag some video so it's easier for you to see. Here we have live. You can reposition it to whatever you want. For instance, you could place it here, which doesn't make much sense, but still you can do that. So go to clock and logo. We got this animation of the clock. We got these two text layers, the temperature and the time. Nothing to say much about this, but let's talk about the logo. To edit your logo, which also is appearing here in this area, you can go to 3D logo, edit your logo, and as you can see, we got this circle and number 3. Your logo may be also text. For instance, Envato news. Let's make it white and make it bigger. Let's switch this off. Let's say that this text is your logo. So when you go back to clock plus logo, you notice that your logo is now bigger than the area, so we should select it, hit S to review the scale properties, and bring it down until it fits. So now you see first that here Envato news is updated, and also you notice that the animation is kept, and your 3D logo, metallic 3D logo, is here. In this case you can increase it a little bit, and reposition it so it match. And that's it, I think. You got here this this lower third, this one for the names, and this one with 2 lines. It has more space. So let's move on. Let's go to info screen. What we have in info screen is this few text animated. Double click, change the text. Again, it has mask, and it's appearing on the very same way. In these times we got these squares, which are basically fading on, as you can see. But also we have in edit footage, so we can drag and drop this video here, but this area originally is placed for photo. It makes much more sense to have photo here on the subject that you're talking about. In info screen 2 we got the very same way, but without the footage. In on the phone, what we have is these two layers. Who is on the phone? John Doe, for instance, it's appearing, and where it is from his home. In edit we got footage, so we can add photo of him. Let's move on. Over the shoulder, we got two over the shoulders. In this case I put the lower third inside this composition, but it has the clock and the lower third. But in this case, let's say we don't need them, remove them. We will need only this over the shoulder with bullets. We don't need the text for the lower third as well. To edit these bullets, go to over the shoulder info, edit, Windows over the shoulder info, and here we have the text line 1, 2, and we can change so it has the animation, and now we got the bullets. In this over the shoulder, not info but over the shoulder, we also have lower third and clock. You don't need this, you don't need the text, you need just this text, which is here. To place your video, just drag and drop S to review the scale properties, and to place footage here, just go to footage and drag these buildings, for instance, and when you go back you see your text is here having the animation. Set it up. If you need the words and the text, here you have it. If you need a different word, just drag and drop one and reposition your text. Quoting, same thing. Edit, place your footage, name of the guy who is quoting, and his thoughts. It's that simple. On split screens we got 2 and 3 split screens. Here is 2 split screens. In edit folder, footage for the one screen, footage for the other. In this folder you can change the text. It has also the animation set it up. In 3 screens is the same, but the screens are 3. In edit, screen 1, screen 2, screen 3. We got also bumper, which is under here, opening bumper. What we have basically is the very same animation as the at the end of the, let's close some of the windows, Control W closes. It's the same like this, but it has additional place for footage and behind. To place the footage, just go to scene, to edit your video and footage bumper, and just drag and drop your photo or video. And in this case It's good idea. Double click on the text layer or hit on this hide shade button to see only the text layers. Let's say that we have interview. Reposition the text, increase its size, its background, type it again. Here is good place. So we got bumper for interview, for example. Whatever you change the footage, the topic is this. It's up to you. So I think that's it. In the preview, what we have else is I think I covered all the stuff in this package. I hope it's useful for you. Please rate the file if you haven't done this already. Once again, thanks for purchasing. My name is Alex and I hope to see you next time. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I will assist as much as you can.